Look around you. How much time do we waste worrying about others, their opinions, their success, their judgment? But tell me, does any of that add value to your life? No. The only thing that truly matters is you, your mind, your growth, your purpose. Time is slipping away, and every second spent on distractions is a second lost from your destiny. Today, let's embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and take back control of our time and energy. In life, we often find ourselves entangled in worries, frustrations, and disappointments that drain our energy and distract us from our true purpose. We stress over other people's opinions, dwell on past mistakes, and fear uncertain futures. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, how much of this is truly in your control? This is where the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control becomes a powerful guide to living a focused, purposeful life. The essence of this principle is simple yet profound. There are two categories of things in life, those we can control and those we cannot. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, taught that true freedom comes from understanding this distinction. He said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." It is within this realization that we find peace, clarity, and focus. Take a moment to reflect on your daily worries. Are you anxious about what someone thinks of you? That is outside your control. Are you frustrated because something didn't go as planned? The outcome may not have been entirely up to you. However, your actions, thoughts, and responses, these are within your control. When you learn to focus only on what is in your hands, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Imagine a student preparing for an important exam. They can control how much they study, their level of preparation, and their mindset. But they cannot control the difficulty of the test, the grading system, or how other students perform. If the student spends time worrying about the unfairness of the exam or comparing themselves to others, they are wasting valuable energy. However, if they put their full effort into studying, staying disciplined, and maintaining a calm mind, they have maximized their potential for success. Regardless of the result, they can walk away knowing they did everything within their power. This principle applies to every aspect of life: relationships, career, personal growth, and even health. If someone criticizes you unfairly, you have no control over their words or opinions, but you do control your reaction. Do you let it ruin your day, or do you take it as a chance to build emotional resilience? If you are facing challenges at work, you may not control the economy, company policies, or your boss's decisions. However, you can control your work ethic, skills, and attitude. When you shift your focus to what is truly within your grasp, you become more powerful, more productive, and ultimately, more at peace. One of the greatest advantages of embracing the dichotomy of control is that it eliminates unnecessary stress. Many people waste time and energy trying to change things beyond their influence, leading to frustration and helplessness. The Stoics teach us to let go of these distractions and redirect our focus to what we can do. This mindset not only improves mental clarity, but also enhances decision-making. When you stop obsessing over what you can't change, you create space to take meaningful action on what you can. Another benefit of this principle is that it cultivates resilience. Life will always present challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. Some of them will be entirely beyond our control. But instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, a Stoic mindset empowers you to respond with strength and wisdom. You don't control the storm, but you can adjust your sails. You don't control every outcome, but you control your effort. The key to mastering this principle is self-awareness. Throughout your day, whenever you feel stress, frustration, or doubt, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is, take action. If it isn't, let it go. This simple habit will transform your perspective and allow you to focus your time and energy where it truly matters. At the end of the day, life is too short to waste on things beyond your control. The only true power you have is over yourself, your thoughts, your choices, your actions. Focus on that, and everything else will fall into place. Life is fleeting. Every second that passes is a second we will never get back. Yet most people live as if they have an endless supply of time, delaying their dreams, avoiding difficult decisions, and procrastinating on what truly matters. The Stoic principle of Memento Mori, which means remember you must die, is not meant to be morbid, but rather to serve as a powerful reminder that our time is limited and we must use it wisely. Throughout history, great minds have recognized the value of remembering mortality. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, frequently reflected on death, not with fear, but with a sense of urgency. He knew that by accepting the reality of death, we begin to appreciate life more fully. When we truly grasp the fact that we will one day take our last breath, trivial worries fade away, and what truly matters comes into focus. Think about how much time is wasted on meaningless distractions, scrolling through social media, arguing over petty issues, or seeking validation from others. None of these things will matter when we reach the end of our lives. What will matter is how we lived, the impact we made, and the memories we created with the people we love. Every day spent worrying about the past or fearing the future is a day lost forever. Memento Mori is not about fearing death. It is about using its certainty as motivation to live fully and with purpose. It pushes us to act now, to chase our dreams, to express love, to forgive, to take risks, and to embrace every moment. It eliminates excuses. If you knew you only had a year left to live, would you waste time overthinking? Would you keep delaying the things you've always wanted to do? Or would you start living with intensity and passion, making the most of every opportunity? The Stoics remind us that death is not an event far in the future. It is happening now. Each day that passes is a day we will never relive. Understanding this should not make us anxious. It should make us grateful and driven. We must stop waiting for the right time to start living, because the only time we truly have is now. Instead of fearing the end, we should use its inevitability to inspire us to live in a way that, when the moment does come, we have no regrets. Most people view discipline as a restriction, a set of rules that limit their freedom. They associate it with sacrifice, hardship, and denying themselves pleasure. But the truth is the opposite. Self-discipline is the key to real freedom. It is the foundation upon which success, peace of mind, and personal growth are built. Without discipline, we become slaves to our impulses, emotions, and bad habits. With it, we gain control over our actions, our future, and ultimately, our lives. Imagine someone who wakes up late every day, procrastinates on important work, eats unhealthy food, and spends hours on distractions. To them, this lifestyle may feel like freedom. They do whatever they want, whenever they want, but in reality, they are trapped. They are controlled by their urges, unable to focus, unable to achieve their goals, and constantly stressed because they never seem to make progress. They are prisoners of their own lack of discipline. Now, contrast this with someone who wakes up early, follows a routine, stays committed to their goals, and makes conscious choices. They might have to push through discomfort and resist temptations, but in doing so they gain true power over their own lives. Because they have disciplined themselves, they can pursue their passions, improve their health, achieve financial stability, and create a future they desire. Their discipline frees them from regret, from chaos, from mediocrity. The Stoics believed that freedom does not come from indulging every desire, but from mastering them. Seneca said, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." If we are constantly controlled by laziness, cravings, or emotions, we are not truly free. But if we develop the strength to control ourselves, we gain power over our circumstances. Self-discipline is not about punishment. It is about choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasure. It is waking up early instead of hitting snooze, exercising instead of making excuses, studying instead of wasting time. It is about doing what is necessary, even when we don't feel like it. Every great achievement, whether in business, sports, art, or personal growth, comes from discipline. It is not talent or luck that creates success, but consistent effort and commitment. The moment we realize that discipline is not a burden, but a path to true freedom, we stop resisting it and start embracing it. And with that shift, everything changes. One of the greatest traps in life is the constant need for approval. We seek validation from family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers, shaping our choices based on how others might perceive us. But in doing so, we lose sight of something far more important: our own path, our own purpose, our own truth. The Stoics remind us that true freedom comes from within, not from the opinions of others. Epictetus famously said, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This is a powerful lesson. Growth often requires us to go against the expectations of others. If you spend your life trying to please everyone, you will never truly live for yourself. You will always be adjusting, adapting, and compromising to fit into a mold created by others. But what happens when their approval fades? What happens when the people you tried so hard to impress move on, change their opinions, or simply stop caring? If your happiness depends on external validation, you will always be at the mercy of forces beyond your control. The truth is, no matter what you do, some people will criticize you. No matter how successful you become, some will doubt you. This is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply human nature. Trying to please everyone is not only impossible but also exhausting. The more you chase approval, the more you distance yourself from who you truly are. The Stoics believe that the only validation worth pursuing is self-affirmation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." Instead of seeking approval, focus on your values, your integrity, and your purpose. Live according to what is right, not what is popular. This does not mean rejecting all feedback or isolating yourself from others. It means distinguishing between constructive guidance and empty validation. Take advice from those who genuinely want to see you grow, but never let the fear of judgment stop you from following your own path. At the end of your life, the opinions of others will not matter. What will matter is whether you had the courage to live authentically, unapologetically, and true to yourself. Life is unpredictable. It brings joy and suffering, success and failure, opportunities and obstacles. While many people resist the hardships they face, trying to change what cannot be changed, the Stoic philosophy of Amor Fati teaches us to embrace everything, both the good and the bad, as necessary parts of our journey. Instead of complaining about misfortune or wishing for an easier path, we must learn to love our fate and see every experience as an opportunity for growth. The phrase Amor Fati means love of fate. It is more than just accepting what happens. It is embracing it with gratitude, as if everything that occurs is exactly what we needed. The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." This is the essence of Amor Fati, to take whatever life gives us and use it to become stronger, wiser, and better. Many people waste time resisting reality. They get stuck in a mindset of "why me?" blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck for their struggles. But this mindset only creates frustration and weakness. The truth is, we do not control what happens to us. We only control how we respond. When we embrace Amor Fati, we stop fighting reality and start working with it. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, we see them as stepping stones to something greater. Think about the most successful and resilient individuals in history. They did not achieve greatness because life was easy for them. They faced challenges, setbacks, and failures, yet they used these difficulties to fuel their success. They did not waste time complaining. They adapted, learned, and kept moving forward. Amor Fati teaches us to do the same, to stop making excuses and start taking responsibility for our lives, no matter what circumstances we face. This mindset is liberating. It removes fear, regret, and resentment. If we trust that every experience, whether painful or pleasant, is shaping us into who we are meant to become, then we stop resisting life and start embracing it fully. Instead of hoping for a perfect, struggle-free existence, we develop the courage to face whatever comes our way with strength and acceptance. Our journey is unique, and everything we encounter is part of it for a reason. Instead of questioning or resisting fate, let's learn to love it. No excuses, no regrets, only growth, resilience, and purpose. Time is the most valuable resource we have, yet it is the one we waste the most. People dream, plan, and talk about what they want to achieve, but very few actually take action. They wait for the right moment, for motivation to strike, for the perfect conditions to align, but the harsh truth is, there is no perfect moment, only the present one. Every second spent waiting is a second lost forever. If you truly want to change your life, achieve your goals, and become the person you aspire to be, you must take action, now. The Stoics understood that action is everything. Seneca wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it, yet most people do not use it, they waste it. They distract themselves with entertainment, delay important decisions, and procrastinate on what truly matters. But time does not wait. Every day spent in inaction is a day closer to the end. The future is not guaranteed and the past cannot be changed. The only thing that exists is this moment and what you choose to do with it. One of the biggest reasons people fail to take action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside their comfort zone. But what is worse, failing, or never even trying. The Stoics remind us that failure is not something to fear. It is a teacher, a necessary part of growth. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." The only failure in life is refusing to act due to fear. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to improve. But if you never take the first step, you will never move forward. Another obstacle to action is overthinking. People spend too much time analyzing, planning, and doubting themselves. While preparation is important, too much of it leads to paralysis. The Stoics believed in simplicity. Do what needs to be done. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. Just start. The momentum of action will create motivation, not the other way around. It is easy to talk about what you want. It is easy to dream, to wish, to imagine a better life. But the difference between success and failure is execution. The most successful people in any field are not always the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They are simply the ones who took consistent action. They showed up every day, worked hard, and kept moving forward, even when they didn't feel like it. Taking action does not mean making huge, dramatic changes overnight. It means doing something, however small, every single day that moves you toward your goal. Want to get in shape? Start with one workout. Want to start a business? Take the first step, however small. Want to improve your mindset? Read, reflect, and apply what you learn. The power of action is that it compounds. Small, consistent effort over time leads to massive results. The greatest tragedy in life is not failure, it is regret. One day you will look back on your life and the only thing that will matter is whether you took action or let time slip away. The Stoics remind us that our time is limited, and once it is gone forever. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Start now, because the only way to create the future you want is by taking action in the present.